oils in this oil are inactive. I personally won't use this oil. Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and I am a chemical girl in a chemical world, okay? And if you got a problem with that, take that up with the periodic table, not me, okay? So listen, we are here to talk about Miss Mielle and the girls, honey. I mean, just Mielle, because apparently, okay, I've been MIA forever, but all over my stuff is this Mielle Rosemary Mint Oil that apparently has gone extremely viral. And so I was like, of course I'm gonna jump on the trend. Why not? Because I gotta get my numbers back up. I've been MIA for a minute. Why not, right? So if you're gonna judge me, I'm sorry, it's business, okay? Anyway, long story short, I don't know, it just kind of gave you this idea that, first of all, if we rewind, let's just go back a little bit. In my absence, I've been noticing that you guys really love products. Every video that I've done about products and what's the best and hair growth oils and serums and all of that, you guys eat those up. And then when I try to talk about more, like try to go real geeky on y'all be like, you're giving us a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna mix it up, a little geek and a little chic, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you product and I'm gonna give you science. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I have 15 years of sales and marketing experience and 10 of those years in the pharmaceutical, healthcare, dermatology industries. And I am trained to read clinical studies, product clinicals, pharmacology, inserts, etc. So all that means is I know the science of products and ingredients. So why not go over the science of ingredients for your favorite products that's on the market? I think I said that correctly. I was just getting a little too caught up in my brain. Anyway, long story short, I decided to start this new little, what do we call it, a segment called What the F. What the F, okay? And what the F stands for what's in the formula. I know, it took me forever to come up with that. I swear, I feel so creative. But anyway, what the F, what's in the formula? And the first girl that we are going to review today, honey, drum roll, is Miss Mielle, okay? Because she's all over my timeline. And so let's do that. A lot of you love the oil. I've been hearing about this oil forever. No, I have not personally used the oil, and I could not get up my hands on the bottle because apparently she went viral on TikTok. And yeah, when TikTok says something, it's as good as the Bible. So apparently, you know, we can't get any access to it. So anyway, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna break down the ingredients. So if you have the bottle, you can read along with me. If you don't have the bottle, go on the website. I'll probably insert some stuff here about me looking at the ingredients on the website, and we'll go over the ingredients. We're gonna talk about whether or not it's actually doing what it claims it can do. If it's just a fad, if it's just the fact that it's popular, and is the science approved for the claim that it claims, and is it Herscripts approved, okay? Now I know Mielle doesn't need my approval. They're doing really well, and I believe they sold, but I know they don't need my approval, honey. But let's carry on, okay? So before we go into all the details, let me just give you guys a quick breakdown, okay? So let's talk about the scientific use of hair growth oils, okay? So believe it or not, hair growth oils are there, and I'm looking at my notes because I have a lot of notes because we're talking about ingredients, right? So hair growth oils are there. The main function of them is to nourish and hydrate, okay? They are there to pretty much provide nourishment and hydration to your scalp and to your hair follicle, your shaft, every single part of the anatomy of your hair. Now, keep in mind that oils have a ton of fatty acids, vitamins, and minerals that will provide that nourishment, that can protect damaged hair, that can help to coat hair, that can seal cuticles. Believe it or not, if there's spaces within the cuticles, it helps with preventing water or over moisturization or damage from water and over moisturization. If you don't know, for my curly girls, I'm one of them, but you know, I'm being wild right now. I'm being a rebel, okay? For my curly girls, if you like to wet your hair and the wash and go, believe it or not, that those wash and goes over time can damage your hair because you're constantly expanding the hair with the water. And so it's really great. That's why I think it's the LCO method, right? And I'm not the best with the methods for the curls and all of that. If you have your favorite curl influencer, please drop her so I can find her. But coating your hair with the oil is perfect because it helps to reduce that expansion that over time, if your hair continues to expand, will lose its elasticity, and you can cause damage to pretty much the buoyancy of your hair, believe that or not. If you keep overwatering your hair, the shrinkage will get smaller, will reduce, right? So that's kind of weird because the shrinkage is getting smaller, but you'll see less and less shrinkage because you're starting to have damage from excessive water. And so sealing the cuticle and sealing the hair with the oil is good for reducing that overexpansion, okay? So oils do everything from making your hair more manageable, locking in moisture, as I said, but also it functions as locking in the existing moisture and making sure that it doesn't over expand like I just mentioned. There's so many different things, and depending on the oils that you use, I have a ton of videos on this channel talking about essential oils that are great for stimulating hair growth, for thickening your hair, for cell proliferation, cell turnover, for ensuring that you increase your follicle numbers, increase the density of your hair. There's essential oils, and then there's carrier oils, right? These carrier oils have a ton of fatty acids that are really good for penetrating the scalp, ensuring that it delivers whatever vehicle it needs to deliver to the scalp. They're really good for protecting the hair. They're really good for nourishing the hair, fixing any broken hair. I mean, oils have a host of different benefits. But in life, everything that has good has bad, right? And the bad with oils is that many oils can be comedogenic. So I have a whole video talking about, whether or not certain oils are comedogenic or non-comedogenic. And what that means is if something is comedogenic, that means it has the potential to clog your pores, right? And if it clogs your pores, it can cause acne, it can cause breakouts, it can cause a number of different things. And if we're talking about on the scalp specifically, it can cause sebderm, it can cause, just pH imbalance, a cesspool of bacteria because you're clogging your pores. Just like there's a lot of benefits to oil, there's a lot of problems when it comes to a lot of oil, especially certain oils. I cannot go over all the oils here in this video. Please go check out a video where I talk about carrier oils and I talk about checking out the comedogenic scale of oils. But it's as easy as a Google search, guys, okay? If you want to check if an oil is comedogenic on the comedogenic scale, just name of oil, is it comedogenic? And it will tell you. And if you look at the comedogenic scale, I think it goes from 0 to maybe 10. I can't remember right now, but the lower the number, the better. So if it's at 0, if it's 1, that means it's low on the comedogenic, or no, it's not comedogenic at all. But if it's high up there, it's the obvious, right? So that's with any good and bad. Moving along, okay? Another thing that I want to address here, and it's not specific to Mielle's Rosemary Mint Oil. It's specific to all cosmetic products. I need you guys to understand that the FDA does not regulate pretty much, and let me put this like this, they don't regulate over-the-counter cosmetics in a sense proactively, meaning you do not have to get FDA approval to launch, market, or sell any cosmetic product, okay? Now, the FDA steps in when there's litigation involved. We see that in many products that are now currently being under review, being sued for whatever claims, right? Or for whatever is claimed that has been done, and I'll talk about that in other videos. But right now, what we're saying is if it's a cosmetic product, the FDA have to regulate drugs, biologics, and something called medical devices, okay? Medical devices has a lot of different categories within it. We're not doing that today. We're not. I promise you, we're not doing that. But the bottom line is the FDA has to approve pharmaceutical grade drugs and pharmaceutical drugs, but cosmetic over-the-counter drugs, the only time the FDA really inserts themselves is when it's time to pretty much enforce, right? They've been caught having bogus claims on their labels saying that they can grow your hair if they can't grow your hair, saying that they can do things, like give you a third eye that they can't do, or if they have, just, I don't know, trifling chemicals in it, like poisonous chemicals that can kill, right? We're talking about filthy, harmful chemicals, things that, I mean, are just absolutely just debarred and barred altogether. That's where they come in. But as far as the efficacy of a product and the safety of a product, manufacturers and companies, basically these brands, the onus falls on them to basically do any testing to see if it actually works, to see if the claims that they have actually means anything, right? That's where clinical studies come in. A lot of companies are spending buku money on clinical studies to prove that what they say it does, their product does, it actually does. But then there's other products that they don't have clinical studies and they feel they don't need to spend money on it because they have customers that are just raving about the products, right? And this is the case with Mielle, excuse me. So we're gonna go now into the products because this is the moment that the ingredients, this is what you guys have been waiting for. So listen, I am not here to talk to you about all the oils. There are about 33 oils, I believe they say that they have in this, and there's absolutely no lie. All these natural oils have a ton of benefits, okay? Antimicrobial benefits. They have benefits to proliferate the cells, to increase thickness and density. They all have different functions and they all work, right? They all have fatty acids that's gonna help deliver all the properties and the ingredients into the scalp safely, and it's gonna really stimulate that hair growth, right? There's just so many different things that it does. I mean, so many different modes of action. There's even vasodilators in here, natural vasodilators. A vasodilator it opens the veins and it just increases blood flow. And so there's a lot of oils in here, but I want to break this down a little bit to the active ingredients that's in here, the inactive ingredients, the all natural ingredients, and the functions of those, because those are the things that we don't talk about. Those are the ingredients that when you read them, you don't know what the hell they are, right? You're just like what acetate to what, and you're just like, whatever, I just see neem oil in here, okay, whatever, I see rosemary oil, okay, which obviously rosemary is a key ingredient in this formula, and we all know that rosemary is just king for stimulating hair growth, is king for stimulating blood flow to the scalp, and also cell proliferation, honestly, which is increasing more hair follicles, right, creating more hair follicles. And then furthermore, it has anti-inflammatory properties. So rosemary is one of the key ingredients in here. Let's go back to this whole thing about chemicals and something being all natural, because I love y'all, I love y'all, I love y'all. Even my all natural girls, I love y'all, and my DIYers, but I'm sorry, there is nothing that is chemical free. The entire world is made up of chemicals, okay? Now there is a difference of unprocessed chemicals that have not shifted their chemical compound, but the minute you put chemicals, you mix chemicals with other chemicals and you put them all in some type of bottle in a product, they're gonna lose a lot of their unprocessed properties, right? They're going to shift chemical compounds. It is chemistry. I have nothing to do with that. Don't come for me, and if you do come for me in the description, no, not in the description box. It's been a while since I've done this. Come for me in the comments to keep my engagement boosted, because I need it, okay? She needs it. But all that to say, there is no such thing as chemical-free products. So this product is not marketed as a chemical-free product. This product is not marketed as an all-natural product. It has several all-natural ingredients that comes through minerals, seeds, etc. Obviously the oils, but there are also chemical ingredients like preservatives here to kind of help increase the shelf life of the product, and they're inactive ingredients that help to boost the results of the active ingredients, right? To help boost the results or the functions of these oils, okay? So I have to put that out there. Don't come for me, okay, if you're mad that I'm telling you that there are chemicals in this, but they're not harmful chemicals. They are safe chemicals. I'm gonna go to the website real quick because I want to see what Miss Girl here claims that this oil does, okay? So it says in the back of the bottle, infused with rosemary, mint, and biotin to invigorate the hair and scalp, to encourage healthier, stronger, longer hair while providing shine and smoothing split ends, great for hair of all types, textures, protective styles, So these are the main claims. It helps to improve length retention, invigorates and nourishes hair follicles, conditions dry scalp, smooth split ends, okay? So now let's go into the moment of truth. So let's talk about let's see if it actually does that. So we already know all the natural ingredients in here, okay? We have soybean oil. I'm not gonna go into the functions of all of these because these are the ones that are the average oils that most of you guys can just Google and figure out. Soybean oil, castor oil, rosemary oil, jojoba, peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree oil, coconut, horsetail extract, okay? That's really good for growth. Aloe vera, lavender, wheat, safflower, evening primrose, grape, sweet almond, rice, burdock, celery, basil, patchouli oil, okay, girl, we see you, sage. We see nettle extract in here, okay? So these are all the natural ingredients in this. And like I said, I can go into all the functions, but we'll be here all day, right? But I told you overall antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory properties. We have vasodilators. We have things in here that stimulate hair growth by increasing blood flow, by doing cell turnover. We have great antioxidants in here, right? Which is good for basically just killing free radicals. Free radicals are just compounds. They're things that happen as a result of stress in the body. Any type of harsh chemicals, any type of foods, any type of bad things that's happening in your body releases these compounds, these free radicals in your body that starts to go and wreak havoc. Look at them as free radicals. Look at them as little, I'm not gonna say Bob the Builders because he builds, right? But little like things that just starts chipping away at, like they have like little hammers and they're just breaking everything in your body, your cells, etc. And so antioxidants come and they literally, these are the free radicals, and they grab them and they're like, get the hell out of here, right? So that is how that works. So antioxidants come and they just remove free radicals. So free radicals are just they're like debris. They're just like creating havoc, wreaking havoc in your body. Extra cortisol, extra everything, stress releases all of this into the body. It can cause you to have gray hairs prematurely. It can cause you to wrinkle quickly. It can cause you to lose your collagen even faster, your elasticity even quicker. I mean, all the bad things that you don't want to happen to you, free radicals does, and antioxidants is the main fighter and combator of free radicals, okay? So you have great antioxidants in here. You have vitamin E, C, you have biotin, which of course you guys know I'm not a fan of adding biotin. You can just get biotin from the food that you eat, but most hair products are gonna have biotin in it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna fight on that. Let's talk about the active ingredients in here. So some of the active ingredients is menthol, okay? Menthol is a cooling agent that provides that soothing or refreshing sensation to the scalp. So when you feel like you put it on, which again, I haven't tried it yet because I mean, I went everywhere and I can't get it. I cannot get it. And I was not about to wait to do this video until I ordered it online. I'm just not doing that. But anyway, so if it has a cooling sensation, that's why. It's because of the menthol, right? Obviously the biotin, we already know biotin within itself is a protein. It's acting as a topical protein to promote hair strength, right? And growth. Like I said, it's really what you ingest, it's really what you eat. That's the biotin that counts, but I digress, okay? There's also vitamin D, which really vitamin D, let's just say what it is good for cell turnover, right? Vitamin D is a good, it's a good catalytic, meaning that it just starts to remove a lot of dead cells and a lot of unwanted cells and skin from, let's say, the scalp. So vitamin D is good for kind of clearing out the debris and leaving kind of like that clarity so that you can allow more hair to kind of come through. So vitamin D is really good for that. Vitamin D is also great for cell proliferation. If you watch one of my videos about all the best vitamins for hair growth, even though this is a topical form of vitamin D, it's still good for basically increasing the density of your hair, okay? And then of course rosemary oil, which I just talked about, so I don't need to go. So those are the main active ingredients. So what are active ingredients versus inactive ingredients? By the way, active ingredients they're the main ingredients, whether they're chemicals, whether they derive from chemicals, plants, they derive from, I don't know, botanicals, etc., that has therapeutic properties, right? So these are the particular ingredients that have therapeutic properties that gives the claims the functionality. So it functions, right? It has these specific functions, and these are where claims are made. And inactive ingredients are like preservatives, they're like chemical preservatives, etc., that kind of help to, it helps the active ingredients do what the active ingredients are going to do in a particular compound. So, or it extends the shelf life, etc. So those are inactive ingredients. There are also ingredients that are there just to kind of say, look, we have these ingredients in here. They also have benefits, believe it or not, but the active ingredients are what's going to push. Those are the main benefits that are actually doing most of the work. So most of the oils in this oil are inactive, by the way. These are not the main oils that are doing all the work. The main thing doing all the work here is that rosemary oil and the menthol. Those are the main ingredients that are doing everything here. Now, the supporting staff, which is all the oils that we talked about earlier, they do have functionalities, they do work. It's not saying that the functions don't work here. It's just saying that the main driver here, the key driver for the results that you guys are seeing is that rosemary and the menthol. Duh, right? Rosemary mint. But anyway, so like I said, that's basically how active ingredients are basically the performance ingredients. That's the best way to say it. And inactive ingredients basically help the active ingredient to perform overall. And let me see, give me 1 second. So those are the active. So I told you the inactive ingredients already, which is all the oils. Now, the chemical ingredients that you're gonna find here. So those are the ingredients that you guys may read and be like, I don't know what it is, but whatever, because I know all the other stuff. So it's only a few of these. Okay, so tocopherol acetate is a form of vitamin E, and it's used in cosmetics as an antioxidant. It's a huge antioxidant basically that fights free radicals, and it also moisturizes, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. So these are the chemical ingredients in this oil. So for those of you who thought you were using an all natural oil, it's a lot of natural. It's hella natural, right? We call it hella natural. But is it all natural? No. It has mainly natural ingredients. Most of its inactives are natural. Most of its actives are natural. Most of its chemicals are derived from plants, and they're pretty much natural chemicals, but there are also synthetic chemicals in this product. Just saying, okay? Don't come for me. So there's also benzo-nicotinate. Benzo-nicotinate, again, is a vasodilator that improves the blood circulation to the scalp, and it's commonly used to promote thickness in hair growth and thickness. There's also absorbic acid. Absorbic acid you guys may have heard of because it is used in a ton of hair care products, and it is a derivative of vitamin C, and it is also a huge antioxidant. Antioxidants have to be in any product that you use. If you don't have a product with antioxidants, throw the product away. Antioxidants are extremely powerful. That's why you should be ingesting a ton of them, okay? But this is not about antioxidants, okay? And then another product that is very important that's in here, and I gotta give it to this oil, is silica. Silica is naturally occurring mineral, often used in hair care, obviously to improve hair texture and strengthen your hair strands. But it's also believed to have oil absorbing properties to reduce excess oil production on the scalp. Why is this important? Because one, there are 33 oils in this oil. In this oil alone, there is a lot of oiliness going on in this oil. There are a lot of comedogenic oils in this oil. I think the first one is definitely extremely comedogenic, soybean oil, right? So there are a lot of oils in here that are comedogenic, that can block pores, that can cause pH imbalance, that can wreak basically havoc on your scalp, can cause dandruff or sebderm. So there may be people out there that have not had good experiences with this oil because some people are just hypersensitive to a lot of oils on their scalp. But the silica, what it does is it kind of helps to balance and to neutralize a lot of the oils that's already in this oil. So the silica comes in and it says, damn, there's a lot of oil in here. Okay, let's just try to clean up some of the oil. So they're just constantly coming out and cleaning up some of the oil, ensuring or absorbing some of the oil. It's like the black, you know, the blotch, you know, because I got oily skin. So you know the blotter when you gotta blotch your skin, especially in the summertime when you got makeup on. Let's say that's what silica is, and that's what silica does. It's like a blotter. It blots the oil to ensure that it kind of mitigates overproduction, because believe it or not, if you're already an oily person and you're already producing a ton of sebum and then you're adding more oil to your scalp, it's gonna wreak havoc. So now, this is all you need to know about this oil. Those are the things that stand out the most. Number one, who this oil isn't for. This oil is not for you, okay? So I know they say it's for everybody and it's a perfect oil and but nothing is for everyone, okay? This oil is not for you if you already have scalp conditions like seborrheic dermatitis. If you struggle with dandruff, this may not be the oil for you, okay? This oil is definitely not for you if you are naturally extremely very oily and you're just throwing a crap ton of more oil on top of what you already have. Oh, and of course there are chemicals in it. So with any product, every product with chemicals will cause some form of irritation for some people. 80% of people might not have irritation, 20% of people will, okay? So you may or may not be that person. Nothing is for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. So here's what I need to say, and this is what you need to know. The bottom line is this oil claims to do a lot of things like, let's see, it claims to improve length retention. Yes, that is correct. It invigorates and nourishes hair follicles. Yes, that is correct. It conditions dry scalp. Yes, that is correct. And does it smooth split ends? Yes, that is correct, based on the ingredient profile, not based on my own experience with the oil, because unfortunately I have not had the chance to use it. Will I run out and get it? Absolutely. More so not for my scalp, but more for the sealing of my cuticles and for locking in. So I will definitely run out to get this oil. I have to give the credit to where the credit is due. This is definitely a great oil to have. I think they covered a lot of bases and they got it right. I think most of the things that an oil should have, this oil does have it. And this oil is a good base, can function as a good base if you want to then zhuzh something up and make your own, right? So if you're like me, a scientist, and you like to get in there and just start creating more stuff, I would definitely just use this oil as a light base. Will I use this oil every single day? Absolutely not, because I will break out. Absolutely will, because there's a lot of comedogenic oils in this. I personally won't use this oil every single day. I won't. But will I use this oil? I definitely will find a place in my regimen for this oil if I ever get my hands on it. But yeah, so thumbs up. What the F? Approved, okay? Herscripts approved. That's what's in the formula for the Mielle oil. So girls, I don't need to help them because they already got a tons of millions of dollars into marketing, and the girls and the influencers that have millions and millions of followers is already selling them out. So you don't need my help, but I'm definitely here to tell y'all what the F is in the formula and to let y'all know whether it's scientifically not back proven, because they have to do clinical studies, which they don't have, but the science match, okay? You know how you want your legs to match? Not mean the science match. Anyway, if you like these videos, please, 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 first of all, if you like this one, like, subscribe to my channel because I got a lot of tea on here. And if you like these videos, please comment down below with products that you want me to review. Let me know if you want me to go through the ingredients of your favorite product and let you know whether or not it's worth using and whether or not their claims are a lie or if it's cap. Know what I mean? All right, bye.